what are the best lessons that you have learned that you would like to share with others that are looking up to you and are saying, one day I want to be like Mike. I want to become a VP of facilities. What are some great lessons that you've learned throughout your career along the way in multifamily that you'd like to share with us?
Being honest and recognizing that, like, I don't know everything, and no matter what your role is or your title is, like, there's always an opportunity to learn and be open to learning. If you spent your entire career starting at the groundskeeper level and you've worked for all these years at a property, you've developed a ton of skills that I don't have, right? So I don't pretend to know as much from a technical aspect as everybody else, but there's things that I know that others don't. So I know that. So I'm open, and I don't pretend to know everything. I approach my role as I'm always learning. I can learn something from a maintenance tech, maintenance supervisor, and they can learn something from me. And I think I've come across a lot of people in this industry where it's almost like they're too proud to recognize that they have something to learn. Like, there's a lot of people like, hey, I've been doing this for 20 years. I know, I've seen it all. And they don't want to, I don't know if it's a threat or if they're proud or whatever that's holding them back. They don't want to admit that they've got something to learn, right? And I think that the most important thing is that we're perpetually, we're perpetual learners. There's always something more to learn and see something through a different lens. So, the founder and CEO of our company says that all the time. That's how I approach it. And that's my biggest piece of advice is to always be, open to learn something new. If I go to a property, I may call someone, if I go to Austin, Texas, I may call someone from another property and say, hey, listen, maintenance supervisor, for example. I'll say, hey, listen, I'm going to be in town and I'm going to go walk the property. Why don't you come with me? Maybe take them off of their property and just take them somewhere else. So get them out of the normal environment and say, come walk the property with me and look at things the way I see them. So let's talk about it. But at the same time, I'm asking him questions like, hey, what do you think of this? And get their feedback. I would come away from that getting perspective and realizing things that don't occur to me, right? So realizing challenges or different ways to approach things. It's a learning experience for both of us. And I think that is the most valuable piece of advice that I can share is you've got to be open to learning and willing to extend yourself, ask questions, listen. It works for me, and I think it's a valuable piece of advice. It's how I've kind of learned in this role.
Impressive. That is a developed way of thinking, I believe, is always be learning, and someone could always teach us something in every interaction that we have today.